Okay guys, welcome to the Winning Duck tutorial. I'm going to explain to you very briefly how to edit your own website. It's really easy. So as you can see here, this is the website we are currently using. Might be outdated by the time you watch this video. The website on this website, currently you're looking at one page of this website. The website consists of several sections. You have the logo at the top, the service sections, then you have this tiled area here where you can hover over and see more details and link to different websites. And at the bottom here we have a footer with our business hours, contact details, and our social media links. Essentially all the websites consist and are basically the same. That you can create a page and then you add these or different types of sections to the website. So I'm going to show you on our own website. We're going to go to /login. So you'll always go your website /login will get you the login to your content management system. In the back end, you'll basically have to put your password in. I think and that's a captcha that stops people from trying to hack your site. And now we are basically in the content management system. Now this video that I'm recording will be here in the future. For most part, all of these things you can ignore it. It's just basically how many hits you get. So we're going to start with the basic stuff. First of all, your business settings. You'll probably look similar to this. You can put your business name in there, telephone number, your email address, and all these type of information. If you click here on links and you go to the main site, you'll see that information being displayed here. So if you change it in your content management system, it will display here. That information can also be displayed on a menu bar, which we'll show you in a minute. Essentially, if I go to content, the global sections are all the sections on the website that are live on every single page. In other words, you have the top bar, which is the bar that can go to the top above this logo. Then you have a bottom bar, which is this one there, and then you have a logo bar, which is this part there. And then you have a menu bar which doesn't display at the moment, but you can make visible. So if I want to display my menu bar, for instance, I click on hide show and I show the menu, horizontal menu bar, submit. I go back to my front page and boom, there's my menu bar now. Also, because I'm logged into my content management system, these buttons will display now on the front end, which gives me instant links to how to edit these different areas. So once you log out of your content management system by going to links, log out, or in the front end, just click on the login button there, all of this will disappear and you'll lose your access to the content management system. So essentially, your website starts in a way. Delete this. You basically, I'm going to create, you start basically by creating a page. You create a new page. Let's call this page our trial page. Okay. Your meta description and meta keywords, these are for the search engines so that they can pick it up. So it's very important to fill in all this information on your meta description and keywords, on all the images, all the pages and everything you create, and if you want to help you. We'll get to that in a bit. Now you've created the page called trial. Okay, so in order to edit this page, we click on edit. When you click on the edit there, you'll be able to see the name of the page, what it will be called on the menu if you want it to be on your menu, the URL reference, so that will be what is called in the URL, the heading on the page, and obviously the search engine optimization type of information. You can hide this page by not displaying it in your menu, or you can display it in your menu by toggling that little button over there. Alright, so I'm going to call this just trial 2, just to distinguish between the name of the page and the name of the menu, and then the heading I'll call trial 3, just to distinguish between everything so you can see. So if I go back to my page now, you'll see I have a trial 2 on my menu there, and I click it. That's trial 3, that's the heading of the page, but other than that the page is still empty. So now what I can do is I can edit, click on edit, and I can add different sections to my page. We have a section library here to show you basically all the sections we have available. These sections you can click through to another website and it will show you an example of that section. So here at the moment we're clicking to the About Us section, and it brings us to the About Us section on the site, and it will be this one there, About Us section, so it will link through to that once the page is properly loaded. So that will give you an indication. At the moment obviously this About Us as a title, and you can also add an image in here which is not currently in here, but I think if we refresh it, it will probably show up. Anyway, it's just page takes some time to load. Okay, so I have all these sections. So to show you how this works, for instance, let's use the example. So you have on your sections library, you have About Us, categories, FAQs, gallery, Google Maps, Hire Us, image and contact details, so Google Docs that you can include on your page, a promo slider. So for instance, a promo slider will look something like this. You can slide to different images. It has labels and strap lines on it, and that's basically how the promo slider would look like. So in order, let's use the About Us. Okay, so we go back to our pages and we click on edit the trial, and we go add, create. So at the moment we have not really created, I have these which I created earlier on, but for the sake of this tutorial we don't have, this should be empty. So I'm going to create a new section for this page, and we're going to call it, let's call it the About Us trial section. Okay, and then I'm going to choose About Us type. I'm going to create it. Now we have the About Us trial section here. So if I want to link to this in the menu, that's what I need to link to, because sometimes some websites, the whole website consists of one page with different sections, like this would be. So if you click on, if I change the, let's say trial, let's create it first. Okay, so then I edit the section. So essentially create a page, then you create a section, then you stick that section on the page. Okay, so I edit this. This is called the About Us section, and I'll just call it the About Us. Let's make it a capital section, and let's just call it About Us in the heading, and then it's content. I'm going to show it in the menu. Yeah, let's show it in the menu and then submit. Okay, so now if we go to the trial, you see the About Us sections included. I can directly link to it if I need to, but if I don't, if it's on one page. Okay, so now I can add another section. I can go over to my sections and I can go, all right, let's create a new section. Let's call it the so let's call it the FAQs. Let's call it the gallery. So the trial gallery. Okay, I've created the section. So in my sections, these are all the sections I have created. You'll see my trial gallery over there, and I can edit this trial gallery now. I can call it something like the trial gallery 1, and let's call it gallery in the heading. Submit this, and I add my images. Let's pick an image. I'm not really on my own computer here. Let's have a look. Pictures, Call T, submit that one. Add another image to the gallery. Let's call it bacon hair. It's obviously not my computer. And we'll call another image. We'll pick it and say psych, submit. And so there you go. So now if I go back to pages and I edit my trial page, and now I can because I've created when you create it on this button, it will create the section for this page, or I could just, these are the ones I've already created previously, so I'll call it my gallery 1. I've include that onto this page. I can change the order. Let's put my gallery at the top, save the order in that way. Now when I go to that page, refresh, I get my trial section, my gallery, and it will give me the option to scroll through my gallery, different images, and about us section. So this is basically how it works. Once again, you create the page, then you create the sections, then you stick them on the pages. Very, very simple. The section library is an example of all the sections you can stick on your pages. Your global sections are the ones that are visible on every page. The image library is all the images you can create, so you can manage them from here. You can delete them or also update them. You can update the content management system. Your social settings is basically all your social media links you want to stick in. Those will consist on your global sections. Now the Pages SEO and Images SEO are basically just to help you optimize your site for search engine optimization. If you look at your pages or your images, everything in red means you need to put more data in there in order for the search engines to read it properly. Your color library is the colors that you are currently using. In other words, if you, for instance, on different sections, you can change the background, the fonts, the buttons, and so on. So this is where to show you what colors you are currently using. Everything else is basically self-explanatory. The most important part is this: the pages, the sections. Like I said, you create the page, you create the section, you stick it on there. And if I go to, let's say, this section, the gallery, for instance, my sections that I've created, there's my gallery. If I edit this again, I can edit this, and I can say, okay, don't display it on the menu, stuff like that. Okay. If I go to, let's say, the About Us section I've created, this one over there, I edit this one. Same thing, you can change all the information on there. Some of the sections have bits where you can change the background images, the font images, and so on. I hope that explains it. Any more questions, just give me a shout. We're always available. Thank you very much.